Thank you to the Board of Education for allowing us to share the 2025-2026 Access results. Serving our multilingual learners is a dynamic, continuous process. To evaluate the success of our English as a Second Language program, we examine annual performance data from the Access test, the state standardized assessment that measures English language proficiency. To interpret this data effectively, it helps to understand the unique cycle of our ESL program and their growth. As a note, later this year, some of the same information will be seen again when we share the NJSLA, Access, and DLM results in a larger test result presentation. What is the Access test? It's an English language proficiency assessment for students in kindergarten through grade 12. It's given every year to students who are English language learners. It monitors the English language development of students. Most students take the test online, but some may use a paper format. And students are tested in speaking, listening, reading, and writing. When you see the data later, it's important to note that to protect student privacy, data for cohorts with fewer than 10 students are excluded from this report. As of June 30th, 2026, we had a total of 267 multilingual students. 81 were at MTES, 75 were at Ridgeway School, 47 attend the middle school, and 56 were at the high school. As stated on the previous slide, students are assessed in the following skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing, and they're scored on proficiency levels 1 through 6. Score reports provide information on a student's progress in the development of the English language. Proficiency scores are reported from 1, beginner, to 6, advanced. Linked on this slide is a parent overview that explains how to read these reports. Unlike typical standardized assessments, the Access test functions as an exit metric for our English as a Second Language program. Once students reach the required proficiency score of 4.5 or higher, they successfully exit the ESL program and no longer take the test. Because of this, our highest performing students exit each year and new entry-level students enter. Our testing population naturally shifts over time. As a result, year-to-year score comparisons do not track the exact same group of students. While analyzing this trend data remains vital for evaluating program effectiveness, it must be viewed through the lens of this changing student cohort. We are excited to announce that for the 25-26 school year, 16 students successfully achieved a 4.5 or higher and exited the ESL program. These students will continue to be monitored for academic success as they transition fully into general education classrooms. This slide lists the Access achievement levels for all testers by grade level. This slide breaks down our Access results by achievement level. A key factor driving these results is that 58% of our multilingual learners, or 154 out of 267, are in their first or second year in the ESL program. Because so many of our students are early in their language acquisition journey, you will notice a large concentration in the entering and emerging levels, represented by the yellow and orange bars. Despite being early in their development, there are also students who are making significant growth. A strong portion of our cohort has already advanced into the expanding, bridging, and reaching levels, represented by the light and dark green bars. This slide breaks down Access achievement levels across racial and ethnic subgroups. Any subgroup with fewer than 10 students is marked as NA to comply with data suppression rules that protect individual student privacy. As shown on the chart, the vast majority of our multilingual learners taking the Access test identify with the Hispanic subgroup. This chart illustrates 3-year performance trends for our 2 largest racial subgroups, Hispanic and white students, across all grade levels. As noted earlier, our language acquisition data directly reflects our growing population. The substantial percentage of students in the entering and emerging levels, represented in yellow and orange, is primarily driven by the ongoing arrival of new students who are in their first or second year of English language development. This chart breaks down access performance across additional student demographic groups, including students receiving free and reduced lunch, those with 504 plans, and students receiving special education services. Examining these specific subgroups helps us ensure our language support strategies align effectively with students' broader academic and specialized needs across the district. This graph represents the results of the chart on the previous slide. This chart shows the results by the subgroup of gender. This slide is a visual representation of the data from the previous chart. When looking at data, it's important to use that to guide our next steps. We've broken this into 3 categories: curriculum and tools, teacher collaboration, and students and parents. For our curriculum and tools, we'll continue to use Rosetta Stone, which is a language learning program. We will use IXL in grades 3 through 12, which is an adaptable, personalized learning platform. We use the WIDA framework to guide our instruction of our multilingual learners, and we will focus on academic vocabulary and targeted language development. Teacher collaboration is also an important piece of our next steps. ESL teachers analyze the access data on August 5th. They will share the data from the access scores with classroom teachers when school starts. We will continue training all district staff in sheltered instruction, and we will provide bi-monthly articulation and PD for the ESL teachers. For students and parents, strong focus will be on the core skills of speaking, reading, writing, and listening, and we will continue providing several opportunities for parent engagement to inform parents of the access skills and these requirements, and this typically happens at our PAC meetings. As always, we'd like to thank the board for their ongoing support.